I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. Let's talk about Survivor 44, episode 9. And we're at an interesting spot with these original tribes that have merged, and they're all even now. So it's fun.
Yes, we are. Oh my God, I just got distracted by this comment from Artie. That's a throwback. That was many years ago. I had a very small, very small role on that. That's hilarious.
Wow.
But anyway, yes, Survivor. An episode,
Yes.
A tribal and immunity, you know, normal things.
But first,
if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
and you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Nerdtainment. And we are doing some Patreon exclusive content over there right now.
We haven't talked about that.
Well, we teased it.
Like a while ago.
Yeah, but now it's actually happening. So join us.
It's happening. We are watching Amazing Race Season 7.
Yes.
Over on Patreon.
We are.
For as little as $1 a month.
$1.
You could come and watch that season if you haven't ever watched it. Or rewatch it.
Like me, yeah. I have not seen it. Sarah has, but she has no memory.
But
so
it was
it's like the first time. Yeah.
Who remembers that?
Yeah. So I think we're only like 2 episodes in right now on the Patreon. So it's still early days. Join us over there if you'd like.
Yes. All right, back to Survivor.
Yes. So like I said, we are in this like 3 versus 3 versus 3 moment. And that's where we're sort of starting this episode, coming off of Danny successfully playing his idol on Franny.
Yeah.
And they blindsided Ratu and Brandon specifically at the last tribal council. And Danny's like thrilled that play worked. And it was a ballsy move.
It was.
How many times have we seen someone play the idol for someone else and it goes horribly wrong?
Horribly wrong.
But now it's 3 Tika, 3 Soka, 3 Ratu. And this is sort of a unique season where these tribal bonds are sticking from the early days, and they haven't really broken up in a meaningful way yet and formed alliances between those original tribes. So it's fun to watch.
But they have.
They have, but they haven't.
But
you know?
They haven't.
They're just still really tracking like, okay.
They made me think we
Yeah.
were not following tribe lines. They made me think, oh, get rid of Josh. Oh, get rid of Matt.
Yeah.
No. We got a war, y'all, and it's 3-3-3. I love it. Danny loves it. His plan worked. He's so happy.
Yeah.
And Lauren's all like, wanted to split the vote.
Nobody wanted to listen to me, especially Brandon.
Oh, she put that blame on Brandon.
Didn't want to split the vote. And now he's gone. So I bet he wishes we'd split the vote.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny that she was like, Brandon said no. And I was like, well, Brandon told all of us in Exit Press. He swore they were going to split the vote. He does not remember.
You know, I think people remember things differently.
They sure do.
They create narratives in their own head.
Mm-hmm.
But that is Lauren's narrative. But she's still feeling good. She's like, Ratu and Tika are still together. So I'm not super worried. That doesn't exactly pan out. But Jam Jam's
straight up acting like he is a Ratu.
I love it. He's like, listen, I knew Brandon was going to go. I knew that whole plan. And I was okay with it. Because guess what? Josh wrote my name, Matt wrote my name, and Brandon wrote my name. And they are all now gone.
Boom,
and I'm like,
boom.
Is Jam the mastermind of the season? Like, okay.
I'm not going to say mastermind, but there is a Jam curse.
Yeah.
Okay? You write his name down. You go home, apparently.
Yeah.
He is like, this is how it works. Meanwhile, he's sitting with Ratu's being like, what do we do, guys?
Yeah.
Huh? What now? Guess we should have split that vote.
Yeah.
He said he's got a little James Bond going, 000.
000. Is that what he said?
That's what he said.
Oh, that's funny.
And then he was like, wait, what is it? 17.
He's so fun.
Yeah.
I love Jam. But then it's like the next morning, right? And Kane's feeling like he's back in Dungeons and Dragons mode. He's off looking for the idol. He definitely has his eye on Danny. He doesn't fully trust Danny played that idol, right? He doesn't want to let Danny find another idol. So Kane's off in looking. But Danny's also looking. And Danny's checking 5 trees. And he's coming back with some firewood.
Coming back with wood.
5 more trees, more wood.
Firewood.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
It looks like you keep bringing.
And
they're all like, gosh,
you
you're
are
good.
so good at finding firewood.
Getting that firewood. He's like, yeah, look at that. And once again, here we are with Kane leading the edit.
Yeah.
Then we get some Danny, but who actually finds it?
It's Heidi.
Heidi.
Out of nowhere. We see them all like, digging in the crevices and whatnot. And she just reaches up there and is like, oh my God, and just puts it right in her pocket. It's a great moment. Nobody catches her. And she swears to us that she will keep it a secret.
Well, we will remember that.
I will. I'm keeping track.
Yes.
I'm going to be so mad if she tells someone.
Somewhere in there, Jamie reminds us that she still has her idol.
Jamie's fully like laughing maniacally. She's like, I can't believe that I still have my idol. She's like losing it.
That laugh was something. That was, yeah.
But it's like, they edit it so well because she's like, I still have my idol. And then it like pops into her lower third, one fake idol. The producer's reminding us that it is not a real idol. And this is, I think it's going to be played in amazing fashion, I think. Unless Kane walked out with it.
He did.
Oh my Lord.
At this moment in the edit, I am flying high. I'm like, oh,
you're like, she's gonna flame out.
Yes. Here we go. Let me see you play that idol. All my hopes were dashed by the end of this episode.
Oh boy.
So sad, but we'll get there in a minute.
Yeah, I want to talk more about that later because I'm not so sure. But Heidi has this idol until 5 players left. Yes. Right? So it's a secret for now. And then we get a good old Carolyn segment. I'm loving it. She's sharing her addiction history and sort of revealing that, yes, this is who she is, but she's using her kind of kookiness to her own benefit because she wants nobody to take her seriously. And she wants them all to think that she's there for fun. And really, she's strategizing. And that's what I want to be true for her as well.
Yeah, so they're having an off day, which it was really nice to see because ever since they went from the 39-day to the shortened 26-day season, they don't get these days off. They go boom, 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 boom. And so here they're getting a day off finally in the mix here. Yeah. And they get to casually talk. And it's so good to see Carolyn being like, this is where I thrive. Yeah. This is what I do. She was all awkward and didn't know how to talk to everybody when they first merged to the beach. And now she has developed these relationships. Yeah. Talking about her real story, which is very compelling. And it's such good representation for television. So thank you for that. We see Franny being like, gosh, I'm learning to be okay with myself because of Carolyn.
I want to be weird and out here like Carolyn is. Like, I want to embrace who I really am in the way that Carolyn has, because Carolyn just fully
like being herself
is herself.
Yeah.
And she's, acknowledging like her dark past and she wasn't loving her life. And then she got sober and met the love of her life and has this son. And she's like, this is how I want to live. And I'm so much happier now. And it's just a great backstory.
Yeah. She decorates spooky for Halloween and it's what she wants, guys.
Yeah.
So we're all happy for that.
Yeah.
Give us more days off, guys. Go back to 39 days.
I know. Cool? Please go back. Yes. Cool. So then Carson is waking up.
Sweet.
And he's like,
baby Carson.
I am actually more tired than when I went to bed. I just slept and I'm more tired because I'm starving. I have not eaten. He's one who's like not gotten any rewards, right? And he's just real hungry. And
threw everything up.
Thank you for that reminder.
Whatever was in his body is out.
It's gone. And we're now learning that all they have to eat is charred, unripe papaya.
Okay, that looked not
disgusting.
That did not look.
It's like barely edible,
Yeah. But now we're going to get just like a little glimmer of hope here for Carson, at least.
Another tree mail. We haven't gotten tree mail in seasons and seasons and seasons. And now it's like 2 back to back.
Hey, how about them apples?
Yeah.
How about that tree mail? Gonna have immunity. And do you want to sit out for rice?
Right. It's the negotiation moment. And Danny's like, let's just not. Let's be the season where we all compete. I'm putting the kibosh on this conversation because Carson's like,
I'm dying.
I'm really hungry.
So, yeah.
So
I'm okay with it.
If anybody else wants to have the conversation about sitting out, I'm open to that. And Lauren's like, well, I'm really hungry, but I'm not sitting out. I'm going to play.
Yeah.
And we kind of leave this like, no one's willing to sit out except for Carson.
Well, Danny was like, really like, let's
not.
He was directing it to let's not.
Yeah.
But then cut to, they walk out to do immunity and it is the worst conditions.
Freezing rain, poor Carson. Like Lauren at least has
like
a hoodie, right? Some people have. Carson is like shivering in his tank top. He's like a small man to begin with, no body fat to protect himself, looking absolutely miserable. And, you know, Jeff acknowledges it right off the bat, like, this is Survivor. Now you're out here. Let's talk about the negotiation for rice. And Heidi's like, well, I'm actually curious if anybody's changed their mind.
Yeah.
Because we weren't going to sit out, but now here we are in the freezing rain.
Yeah.
Anybody feel differently?
Yeah. And a couple people do, right? Carson's still like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
And Lauren's like, I'm definitely
I will definitely sit out. So then and Jeff's like, not enough. I need 4. Okay. And Heidi is looking. And she's looking. Anybody else?
Anybody?
And I think she's just kind of waiting for the third.
Yeah.
So that she ultimately, I think she's like, I'll do it. If it comes down to just needing one more, I'm going to step up, but I'm going to wait for that. Yeah. I don't want to be the third. I want to be the fourth, you know? So she's given longing looks. Danny's over here like, I'm in it. I'm in it to win. Like, I'm going to fight, you know? Yeah. And then it's like half-hearted commitments from people who are like, yeah, no, I won't vote for people who sit out.
Oh, sure. We start that rally. Yeah. No, you'll be safe. Okay.
Scout's honor,
sure.
says Danny.
Great, whatever. Now we get a moment where, Kane goes ahead as
Kane
the third.
sits out, and then Heidi's like, okay, I'll do it.
Before Heidi agrees, Jamie's like,
oh, she's so close.
Him and Han. She's like, should I, could I, maybe?
And Franny's like, I've not heard your name.
You know what? I've never heard your name. You're so safe.
Nobody's saying your name.
You're so safe.
Yeah.
Franny. Wink.
And Jamie's like, she raises her hand and then she covers her face. And Jeff's like, God, I don't know. What's it going to be, Jamie? And Jamie's like, no, it's too much to risk. And Heidi's like, fine, I'll do it.
Too much to risk. Absolutely. So those sit.
Yep. Those 4. Carson, Lauren, Kane, and Heidi are sitting out.
That means we have Franny, Jamie, Jam, Danny, and Carolyn competing.
5 people in this thing where they're like balanced on one foot, right, at the base, and then they're holding a ball against this platform, plank, whatever, with the roll. What you watched it, you know what it is. But it's like pressure, right? Yeah. Can you hold your arms up and put pressure forward?
And basically on one foot.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Well, guess what? Carolyn and Jamie can't do it.
Carolyn's out first again, I will
say.
I
was like, why didn't you just sit out for the rice?
Yeah.
She was like, I can't. I got to do it, guys. I got to compete.
She said, I have a chance at winning this.
Did she? No. I love you, Carolyn, but I don't know why she competed.
I don't either. And Jamie's out pretty quickly after that. So those 2 are kind of like boom, boom, right after we start. Jam lasts a little bit longer, but then he's the third to drop.
Minutes.
Yeah.
It lasted 5 minutes.
And then it's Franny versus Danny. And I got to say, they drew this one out a little too long.
Oh.
It was just too much like, oh, now you've recovered. What a save. Oh, wow. And it was because I think typically when they draw it out this long, it's like 20 minutes. 45 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes long, but there were no timestamps, so I don't think it lasted that long in the end.
10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. Oh my God, Danny has slipped and he wobbles and he's down.
Oh my goodness.
And we are officially in Franny Comp Beast era.
Yeah.
And I like it here.
I love it. Danny is beside himself.
Yeah.
He's like, why do I keep losing to this woman?
No, he keeps coming in second is what he keeps doing.
Yeah.
And that is frustrating.
Yeah.
Because you still look like a comp beast.
Yeah.
But you're just not pulling out that.
But you're not a comp beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Franny gets her second individual immunity win. We'd love to see it.
Yeah, we do.
And now everyone's going to go back and they're like, great, Franny, so happy for you. We got to go and we got to eat rice.
Let's get some rice. It arrived.
Yes.
Oh, it's so decadent. They're so excited.
Yeah.
They have gone so long without rice. That's wild and crazy and really shouldn't be allowed.
And when they eat the rice, it's like they're all high on rice. They've come back to life in a way that is so fascinating to watch. Like, this is just one of my favorite things about this show is like, you kind of don't realize how much they're deteriorating until they get that boost from like just the tiniest little feast of rice.
Yeah.
And it just sharpens their focus,
Yeah.
rejuvenates them. Conversations have a little more, liveliness to them. So they're all
they're ready to game now.
Ready to game. But it definitely is back to, we're still kind of Soka versus Ratu.
Sure.
There's a war between those two factions, and Tika is still kind of sitting pretty in the middle, and they're not going after them yet, although some people are starting to eye them.
Oh, but the way that we see it is Tika just totally chilling with Soka.
Oh, yeah.
Being like, y'all, together we've got the majority.
Right.
Like, Tika is playing it.
Which, by the way, didn't Tika vote for Franny in the last challenge?
Well, Carson did.
Yeah.
Carson and Jam did.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Uh-huh.
They're like, yeah, us, our numbers.
Yeah. Wink, wink.
Which might lead to Franny's revelation here
so.
Shortly.
Yeah.
But at this point, Heidi is pitching Kane.
Yep.
Kane is the target. She thinks that he's the most dangerous.
Sure. He's like a strategist. He's sneaky, can't be trusted. And Carson's like, sure, as long as we can also try to flush Jamie's idol along with it, I'm good to get Kane out.
Yeah. Then we see Tika doing the same thing with Ratu.
Uh-huh.
Who are we taking out? What are we doing?
And then they're like, Jamie, just so you know, that I have heard your name. So if you have anything that you would want to play, I think maybe now's the time to do it.
You know what? I have heard your name. Yeah, they are saying your name over there.
Yes.
Lauren is like, but we gotta get Danny out.
Yeah.
Danny's the vote. He's gotta go.
But they're also talking about a split vote.
Oh, they had some rice and they realized math.
We should split it. So what if we split it between Heidi and Danny?
Yes.
Kind of a thing.
And we hear Lauren say she'll use her extra vote because mathematically you would have to do so.
There you go. So, and she's also giving her extra vote to Jamie because they're, again, clarity of mind from this rice. And they're thinking, oh, knowledge is power. That's been a thing that's played into the most recent few seasons.
Right.
We should be careful with these advantages that we're going to play. And so Lauren's giving her extra vote to Jamie. And Jamie's giving her fake idol to Kane.
Her fake idol.
Yeah, that she thinks is a real idol.
Yes. So they've got a whole plan in case there's a knowledge is power out there.
Yeah.
They can't be bested now that they have rice.
They've figured it out.
They know how to play now.
They're good to go.
Yeah.
Now, Franny on the Soka side, I think is like just taking a step, again, more clarity, right?
Yeah, right.
And she's like, some of these Tika people definitely voted for me.
You know what?
Last time.
If we counted the votes against me, there were some Tikas.
So these folks are playing the middle. And we're not talking about them.
And no, we're not.
So what if we split the votes?
Yeah.
And we do 3 on Carolyn and 3 on Jam. And then whatever Ratu does, la 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 la.
Yeah.
But we'll do a revote, and then we can get Jam out in the revote.
Sure.
Jam is still on people's radar. I caution you, Franny, from coming after Jam because of the Jam curse.
There is a curse. Beware.
Yeah.
But Danny's going to be like, no, we don't pay attention to that stuff, Franny. Never you mind.
He straight up says that is illogical. And I promise you, Franny is one of the most logical people on this season of Survivor. So the fact this is like full mansplain vibes. Like, that is illogical.
He's Franny. Like, Tika is not dangerous. Let me explain who is. That girl with an extra vote over there. What? Danny. But hey, I'm not complaining. I'm grateful Danny steered us in the wrong direction because I don't want no Tika's going.
Yeah, no, me neither, for sure. And Danny is right insofar as splitting the vote with Soka and Tika only results in 3 votes. Or no, they're splitting the vote. How would the split vote work? Is she proposing that they would team up with Ratu and split the vote on Jam and Carolyn?
Yes, she is. We don't get that information in the episode, but that was revealed from Kane in his exit interview. Okay. They looped in more people to make that work.
Interesting.
Yes.
But anyway, Danny shuts it down. He's like, we're not doing that.
No.
So then before we go to tribal, we get this sort of last moment with Tika, who's still in the middle, and they have maintained this position where they get to just have conversations about what is the best move for us, right? We've got a Soka plan. We've got a Ratu plan. Which one do we actually like?
Yeah.
And Jam Jam thinks Kane, right? Because he's like, Kane wrote my name. So
personal reasons.
Boop.
There's a curse that he also has a wand. It's not just Jamie.
Yeah.
Bling. Kane wrote my name, so he shall go. Carolyn is like,
But what?
It's not.
He's
Kane.
not a threat. What? Because he's sneaky? We're all sneaky.
I was like, truer words have never been said.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're all playing Survivor.
Yeah.
How dare you say someone else is sneaky?
And she's like, what about the guy who keeps getting second in the immunity challenges? Danny, the muscle bro, who I've been over since that reward. And we got Brandon out last time, and I want to get Danny out this time.
Yeah, I mean, I have to be fair, these are also personal reasons, because she was like, I was at a bro fest.
Yeah.
I got Brandon out. Now I will get Danny out.
So then Carson's over here like, okay. I hear you both.
Yep.
And you are both making these decisions selfishly. We need to be strategic and together.
Yes.
I need to keep this Tika collective together.
Yes. And it does sound like Carson is like, no, I agree with you, Carolyn. Danny is actually a bit of a threat.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Carson would have wanted to keep Kane. They did.
Yeah, they bonded
a little bit, but he probably also realizes that Kane is smart. So who knows? We see how it ends up.
Yeah, we do.
But I did like to see the Tika argument and Carson be like, okay, bring it together.
Oh, guys. My Lord, you two crazies that I have to manage and keep together. All right, it's a lot of work, but we go to tribal. Of course, the conversation starts out with the rice negotiation, right? Sure. Heidi's acknowledging, I sat out, I hope I make it through. Kane's like, I don't trust anybody who said that they weren't going to vote for the sit-outs. Like, we're all just saying things, right? Like, there's no reason to really believe that. And Danny's like, yeah, well, I'm not a Boy Scout. And I said Scout's honor. Yeah. But I'm just, that was a lie.
He also was like, anybody who sat out is selfish.
Oh, yeah.
How dare they say it's for the group?
Right. And Kane's like, well, it was actually sort of risk assessment. Like, I just looked at that challenge and said, there's no way I'm going to win. So I might as well get some rice for myself.
Yeah. He's like, there are other ways to look at things. And then I actually really loved this from Jamie, who was like, well, when people tell us what they think about other people, it actually tells us about them and how they play the game. And I was like, those are some wise yogi words there.
And Danny's like, illogical. Agree to disagree.
They're all like, we see you, Danny.
Yeah.
Yep. Then we get our first live tribal of the season.
My Lord.
I love it.
Yeah, Carolyn's saying something about something. And I think Danny kind of made a reference to like, oh, it's a kind of always a live tribal to a certain extent because there are like so many plans out there. And then Carolyn's saying something generic. And then Kane starts to whisper with Franny, right?
Right.
Which is interesting because that's like, that.
What is this?
Sokaratu potential working together. What's really going on? Kind of
what is going on there?
Yeah.
We see Jamie go to Kane. We see Carson to Carolyn. And then basically we see everyone. And then Jam Jam. Is it Jam Jam who asked for subtitles?
Yeah.
Amazing.
And they like add them for him, which is not what he meant. And we actually are getting, I think, a surprisingly low number of subtitles. There's like a lot of whispering happening, and it's the vaguest sound bites. Maybe they were like revealing too much and producers wanted to keep us on our toes or something. Yeah. But it was just a lot of like, how many? No, that's the plan. Keep it the same. You know, it's like, I'm not really following what people are checking in on and what plan is being solidified by all of this whispering, or if anything was really even being proposed to change. Like, I don't know if people were just like, are we good? Right. And, that was it. But
honestly, I don't even know where anyone is voting to be in the first place, right? Yeah. Like, we came into this tribal and I thought, is everybody going to get a vote? Like, I feel like everyone was going to get at least one vote, and that whoever was going might have only had 2 votes or something. Because they were everybody is splitting and you had multiple plans. Yep. So I couldn't keep up. And I guess that's basically what the editors wanted us to just be completely in the dark.
One of the subtitles we did get was Kane telling Jamie, I will give you your idol back if you want it. And he offers to do that. Yeah. And then we're going to vote.
Right. Okay. when we go to vote, we do see Jamie pull out
We do.
the extra vote.
Yeah, so she is going to use that, it looks like.
Yes. But then when Jeff calls for idols or advantages,
Kane looks at her.
she looks terrified.
Yeah.
She looks like she wanted to use it.
Yeah.
And I was like, use it.
Use it.
Use it.
Please.
Use it.
Nope.
I need you to use it.
No idols played. Not even Heidi's.
No idols played.
Yeah. So then we get the votes, and this was such a good vote because it's all over the place.
It is.
This tribe is messy. There are not real, like, meaningful alliances, like big majority alliances. Like, it seems like
Lots of
there's like
alliances.
a teeny tiny majority each
And
time.
Little
Yeah.
alliances, little pockets.
That's right. So we get a Kane, we get a Heidi, we get a Jamie, we get a Kane, a Heidi, a Danny.
Oh, and I was like, oh my God, are we about to go Danny?
That's what I thought when I was watching it too.
Is that what happened?
No, then it's Kane,
Heidi.
So it's pretty clear it's going to be Kane or Heidi here. And I'm wondering, like, is Heidi regretting not playing her idol? Kane.
Kane is going.
So Kane is gone.
Here's the thing. Kane is walking out completely blindsided, did not realize he was going to go.
Yeah.
And he's carrying Jamie's
Fake
idol.
They
don't know that it's fake. He thinks he's walking out with her idol.
I guess the fact, because when you mentioned that earlier, I was like, remember how Jesse was given an idol and we weren't clued into the fact that that idol had changed hands one more time?
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe that happened.
No.
But
didn't he hold it up?
He said to her,
thing?
I'll give it back to you. And that indicates that he still had it at Tribal. So I guess he did fully walk out with it. And did he say that in the exit press?
He definitely talked about it in the exit press, but I thought in the little confessional at the end, didn't he hold it up?
Oh, did he? Oh, okay. I probably missed that.
I might have been misremembering, but he definitely confirmed in exit interview that he did have it. He felt horrible about it, felt very guilty until once again, takes a very long time before he has the real information. And he did express, like, everyone thought Jamie had an idol, but it was always a real idol. No one was like, but hers might be fake. That was never the talk. So when he shows up at Ponderosa and sees Brandon and Matt, he's like, oh my God, I have Jamie's idol. Oh my God, I have it. And they were like, what? So once again, someone finally later realizes it's fake and is like relieved that they weren't holding on to this real idol. But I'm mad. Let me note that, okay, first off, the production team gave us all of these fake idols.
Yes.
Then they basically promoted it in the edit over and over again with Jamie.
Yes.
She's got this fake idol. She thinks she has a real one. Like, they talked it up so much that I was like, it is going to deliver so good.
Oh, the payoff.
And then it didn't.
Non-existent.
And then it's like literally out of the
Kane
game.
just walked out with the fake idol.
Never got played.
Yeah.
What?
Big fail.
I'm perturbed.
I know.
About that.
I wanted something more. I wanted more. But we ended up with 5 votes on Kane. I want to break down who voted for him. 5 Kane, 3 Heidi, 1 Danny, 1 Jamie. Kane was the vote for Danny. Franny was the vote for Jamie. Then we had Lauren and Jamie's 2 votes were on Heidi. And then it was Danny, Heidi, Jam, Carolyn, Carson, who voted for Kane. So Franny's a little bit of a wild card. I don't know if that was a plan for her to like throw a vote to Jamie in some sort of a split scenario, but everybody else, Tika and Soka, voted for Kane. But Franny was kind of an outlier.
Well, Franny was a part of that conversation where they were going to try to flush Jamie's idol.
Okay, so she
Soka.
Threw a vote that way in the hopes of
was going to vote for Kane and try to flush Jamie's idol. So yeah, they were always going to throw a vote on Jamie just in case. So that's what that is. But what Kane revealed to me in the exit interview that I thought was really interesting was that Franny did come to him with the Tika vote.
Mm.
And so the cover vote was going for Tika. And in Kane's head, it was his group that was actually going to turn on Soka and get Danny out, right?
Yeah.
But then obviously Soka's like, we're actually going for Kane.
Yeah.
And he had no idea. And he said that that's why, because I was like, why are you talking to Franny? You're not voting with Franny.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, no, we had discussed going after Tika.
Yeah.
And so he was trying to feel it out. Like, are we still good with that? So that he could flip the vote on Danny, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, everybody was so cool with me. Had no clue. There was no hemming and hawing. Everybody was like, yep, absolutely all good.
Wow.
And so he was like, great, I'm going to get Danny out.
Good for them.
Yep.
That's good strategy, because that is tough to pull off when there's multiple people who are like playing it cool like that and nobody has a tell. So good for them.
Yeah.
But it seems like, Soka and Tika are generally united in picking off Ratu. But I'm curious, is that going to change in the next vote? Like
you just said, are they really a big majority?
Right.
No. I think Carson, Carolyn, and Jam Jam are going to go where they want and when they want.
They've constantly talked about we could ping pong back and forth between Soka and Ratu. It just happens that they've gotten 2 Ratus out in a row. But they've still got Lauren and Jamie from Ratu. So the Tika 3 could join them. That's 5. And they could easily get out of Soka next.
Right. So I have a feeling that they would now want to get a Danny out, right?
Yeah.
Someone big. You take a big person, you take a big person, and kind of ping pong a little bit, except that I do feel like Tika is not so safe anymore. They're not so perfectly positioned in the middle. I do feel like there'll be more conversations about it, not so much Ratu versus Soka. It might be like, let's take out a Tika now.
Yeah.
So I am a little bit more worried about Carson, Carolyn, and Jam Jam. Obviously, Carolyn still has a secret idol. Good for her. Nobody knows about that.
Right.
Nobody expects her to have that.
Heidi also has a secret idol.
Heidi has a secret idol. And boy, is her edit just surging at the right time.
It is really good. But I will say, like, in terms of, like, is Danny the next to go? It kind of seems like Lauren and Jamie specifically are after Heidi. Like, they wrote her name down in this tribal. So she seems to be a little bit more of a priority to get out than Danny. Like, I guess maybe they just feel like Danny thinks he's running things, but he's really not. And so we don't have to get him out right now. And Heidi's more of a strategic threat. I don't know if that's where their head is, but, I think
that was just to split it. And they just, they were given Heidi as opposed to Danny.
Got it.
The other people just didn't vote Danny.
Yeah.
But had they been told to go Danny, that's who would have been the vote.
Interesting.
I mean, Lauren has been wanting Danny out for a while, so I don't think that has changed.
Yeah. But Lauren also has it out for Heidi. Because remember this moment in Tribal when she's like, I'm just tracking who's lied to me and who hasn't. And Heidi's like, I'm right here on this hand. And Lauren's like, but you have lied to me, though.
She's like, and that's accurate.
Remember when you played an advantage and you controlled my vote and made me vote for Jam Jam?
Didn't love it.
Yeah.
Didn't love that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not working together, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we're going to get into this complicated time now.
Yes, and like Franny is also going to become a target. Like all 3 of those Sokas
she's legit
are targets.
I feel like she's equally a target as Danny. If you're saying Danny is a physical threat, you have to say Franny's a physical threat because she's actually winning.
And I think it would be in Tika's best interest to get Franny out because she's the one who's looking at them saying, what are you doing playing in the middle?
Yeah.
I want to target you. I don't think they know that.
I really wanted Carson and Franny to team up.
I know. They're too similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. They're going to go after each other.
Yep.
Oh, darn it. Well, you guys, if you haven't watched the exit interview with Kane yet, please do.
Yes.
Kathy put the link in the chat.
Thank you, Kathy.
So much. And everybody else in the chat, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
We do. And if you're joining us later, let us know what you think about Kane's ouster and me being out of the draft.
You guys, it's official.
I'm done.
David's got.
I no longer care about the draft.
Ah!
Anybody could win at this point.
You have
because
lost.
It definitely won't be me.
All your people.
Chantel's not doing great.
Look, Chantel's not doing great.
Yeah.
But she still has Jamie and Jam Jam. You know what? The audience has Heidi.
That's pretty good.
That
they might beat me.
Literally, who is surging in her edit right now?
Yeah.
Like, she is a potential winner of this whole season.
Yeah.
And so the audience might be scooping that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still in the lead. I've been in the lead the whole time.
Okay. Anyway, let us know what you think about Kane going home, and let us know who you think is going next. Please.
Jesse, however, still has 3 people. He has Franny, Lauren, and Carolyn left. Oh, David literally doesn't care about the draft anymore. Like, he cut it out.
I need a week to like be bratty about it.
No, absolutely. You got no one left. I get it. Very sad to lose Kane. I enjoyed speaking with him, and I'm sorry that you have no one left.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
But yeah, what'd you ask the peoples to tell you?
I said, let us know about Kane. Let us know who you think is going next.
Yeah.
So comment away, please.
Yes, please. And just a reminder, like we talked at the top of the video, our patron rewatch of Amazing Race season 7, episode 3, we will post tomorrow on Patreon. So if you want to jump in, go right ahead. And also, ratings are tomorrow. Get your ratings in for the Survivor gameplay. Shuby is joining Chantel and I tomorrow. So join us as well.
Yes.
All right, you guys, we will see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.